Certainly when he was young, he thought every mother was the same. It wasn't until later, when he saw other mothers holding their children, buying breakfast, cooking lunch for their child, that he realized his mother was different. At the age of 9, he went to pick rice and found a small, helpless sparrow. He took care of it very carefully, rode his bike to borrow a cage from his uncle, and brought the bird home. Every day, he caught worms and fed it water. His mother asked how long he planned to raise it. He hesitantly replied until it grew a little bigger and could fly. Then he would release it. His mother didn't say anything. He thought the matter had been forgotten until one day he came home from school and couldn't find the bird anywhere. There was only an empty cage hanging outside. He asked his mother, and she said that because he didn't close the door properly, the bird flew away. A few weeks later, the neighbor came to visit and greeted him warmly. He reminded him that if he caught another sparrow, he should bring it to him. He would grill it for his cat. His cat loved sparrows. When he entered grade 2, he started studying history. He liked this subject, and every day after school, he eagerly flipped through his notebook dedicated to history to jot down major events from the history books. For events that he found exciting, he asked around, clinging to his teachers to hear more behind-the-scenes information. That year, the school encouraged him to participate in the history competition for excellent students. The teacher said that he didn't know if there would be a competition for this subject, but if there was, even if the delegation only consisted of him, the teacher would still lead the delegation. His mother heard the news and went to the school, crying and complaining to force the teachers to transfer him to the math team. When he returned home, his mother burned all his history notebooks from the past few years. He also did well in math, but he didn't really like it, so when he took the exam, he only achieved average results. That result didn't satisfy his mother. She thought he was secretly resisting. In grade 3, he found a kitten by the roadside that hadn't been weaned yet. Learning from his previous experience of raising a bird, this time he didn't dare say anything to his mother. He silently hid the kitten in a corner of the garden, in a hole in the rock. He laid out some old clothes. Every day he saved a few spoonfuls of his own rice to feed the kitten. The garden was spacious. The trees and grass were dense. But his act of secretly raising the kitten didn't escape his mother's eyes. She remained silent until he filled out his university application. He wrote veterinary medicine. She stubbornly insisted on changing it to economics. Studying economics would make him rich quickly. It was a new field. It was a way for him to lift his head high in life. Studying veterinary medicine was just for injecting pigs, she said. He didn't listen. She angrily went to the hole in the rock where the kitten was, grabbed it, and drowned it in the pond. People around knew about it and advised him not to anger his mother. They told him to listen to his mother and change his university application. No one asked about the kitten. He said, until he grew up, the strangest thing to him was his mother's love. The scariest thing was becoming like his mother.